Welcome to Gridiron Ring, a sports talk show covering football and professional wrestling. I'm your host, the Encyclopedia of Sports, Coolhand Luke 96. This audio recording, is the second of 4 brand new videos this week right here on Gridiron Ring. So be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Be sure to give this video, the other 3 videos, a thumbs up. Those being the College Football Coaching Carousel, WWE TLC, and the 2018-19 College Football Bowl predictions. So be sure to go check those videos out. As well, as I said, this is the second of 4 brand new videos, this being the NFL Week 15 predictions with a Week 14 recap. Last week I went 7-5, brought my overall record to 98, 74, and 2 on the season. Those 2 ties, Week 1 and 2 at the start of the season, with the Steelers and Browns and Vikings and Packers. Last Thursday night was the Tennessee Titans and Jacksonville Jaguars. As I said last week in my predictions video, that game took place the previous night as I recorded on a Friday. The Titans defeated the Jags 30-9. Then on Sunday, the Giants defeated the Redskins 40-16. Saquon Barkley had 170 yards rushing and a touchdown, along with 27 yards receiving out of the backfield. Josh Johnson will now be the starting quarterback for the Redskins moving forward. They're down to their 4th-string quarterback. Alex Smith got hurt there right before Thanksgiving. Colt McCoy played 2 games, went down on Monday night against the Eagles. Mark Sanchez stepped in, played all right, I guess you could say. I don't really know, nor do I really care, because he's been washed up ever since he's come to the league after he got drafted in the first round out of USC back in 2009. He went around the league there for a while with the Cowboys and Eagles as well. As I said, he's in Washington now, but he lost his job to Josh Johnson, who's actually, I think I said this last week, or I might have said it on Periscope. Don't really remember. I've been talking a whole lot within the past couple days, and I'll be on Periscope again a lot this upcoming weekend. So if I repeat myself in this video or on Periscope this upcoming weekend, just bear with me. Josh Johnson, as I said, sometime recently was drafted into the Alliance of American Football League, the new startup league that's going to be starting the weekend following the Super Bowl this year. So we'll have some more football after the NFL and college season gets over with, and then in 2020 the XFL is going to be starting. But long story short, with this, the Giants defeated the Redskins 40-16. They are now 5-8. They are in the race in the playoffs as the playoff picture is shaping up. I'll get to that here right now. In the AFC, the Chiefs, Patriots, Texans, Steelers, Chargers, and Ravens are your top 6. The Chiefs out west in the AFC, Patriots in the East, Texans in the South, even though their 9-game winning streak was snapped by the Indianapolis Colts 24-21. The Steelers, they've lost 3 in a row. I'll get to that here in a second. They are still in the 4th spot in the AFC, the Chargers at 5 and the Ravens at 6. But the Broncos, Dolphins, Colts, Titans, Browns, and Bengals are also in the mix. The Browns go to Denver this Saturday. Yes, this Saturday. There's going to be 2 NFL games this Saturday and on next Saturday as well. And then in the NFC, the Saints, Rams, Bears, Cowboys, Seahawks, and Vikings are your top 6. The Seahawks defeat the Vikings on Monday Night Football. To that game here in a minute as well. So the Saints, after the Rams lost on Sunday night to the Bears, they are now back in the top spot in the NFC playoff picture. So you got the Saints in the NFC South, the Rams in the NFC West, the Bears in the NFC North, the Cowboys in the NFC East, and then your 2 wild cards, as I said, are the Seahawks and Vikings. And then you got the Panthers, who host the Saints on Monday Night Football this week. The Vikings, Packers, Eagles, Redskins, and Giants, as I said, who are 5-8 at the moment, are also in the playoff picture. So I'll run down this once again here. Chiefs, Patriots, Texans, Steelers, Chargers, Ravens are your top 6 teams in the AFC. And the NFC, Saints, Rams, Bears, Cowboys, Seahawks, and Vikings. And then teams in the mix as we come down the stretch, the final 3 weeks of the 2018 NFL season, regular season. You got the Broncos, Dolphins, Colts, Titans, Browns, and Bengals. 4, 7, and 6 teams in the AFC, those being the Ravens, Dolphins, Colts, and Titans. And then the NFC, like I said, you got the Saints, Rams, Bears, Cowboys, Seahawks, Vikings, and then teams in the mix there are the Carolina Panthers, Minnesota Vikings, Green Bay Packers, Philadelphia Eagles, Washington Redskins, and New York Football Giants. So, as I said, the Giants defeated the Redskins 40-16. It was 34-0 at halftime. Game was over at that point. They put Josh Johnson in. He'll be starting, as I said, for the remainder of the season. The Colts defeated the Texans 24-21, as I said there as well. The Texans' 9-game winning streak has come to an end. The Saints defeated the Buccaneers 28-14. They got revenge for their Week 1 early season loss. The Dolphins and Patriots played in South Beach Sunday afternoon. Crazy game, crazy finish, I should say. It was 33-28, 5 seconds to go. Dolphins have the ball about the 40-yard line, and Tannehill found Kenny Stills over the middle, played hook and ladder there to Devontae Parker, and by this point, there's no time left on the clock, so it's still 33-28. Dolphins have to score to win. Kenyon Drake then gets the ball from Devontae Parker, and Kenyon Drake runs about 30-35 yards then into the end zone, and he scored the game-winning touchdown for the Dolphins, and the Dolphins won. They defeated the Patriots 34-33. Miami will go to Minnesota, and New England will come right here to Pittsburgh. Kansas City and Baltimore went to overtime. The Chiefs came back and won that 27-24. The Panthers have now lost 5 in a row, starting to think that this could be Riverboat Ron Rivera's last season as the head coach of the Carolina Panthers. They were 6-2 at one point there at the end of October. Now they're 6-7. As I said, they have lost 5 in a row. They lost to the Browns in Cleveland 26-20. The Packers got back to their winning ways after firing Mike McCarthy. They defeated the Falcons at home 34-20. Chargers over the Bengals 26-21. The Eagles and Cowboys went to overtime in the Big D. Amari Cooper had 3 touchdowns, including the game winner in overtime. So Amari Cooper's on the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys won 29-23 in overtime. The Raiders over the Steelers 24-21. As the Steelers, as I said there a bit ago, have lost 3 in a row now to the Broncos, Chargers, and now Raiders. They are 0-4 versus the AFC West this year. They lost to Kansas City Week 2 at home. On Sunday night and Monday night then this past weekend, the Bears and Rams played Sunday night. The Seahawks and Vikings played on Monday night. I'll start with Sunday night. The Bears defeated the Rams 15-6, a defensive game, defensive showdown, as the Bears held the Rams to only 6 points. The Rams had scored up to that point 30-plus points in every single game so far this season, but they were held to 6 points. The Bears defeated the Rams 15-6. And then on Monday night, I was on Periscope for this. If you tuned in and watched, thank you. Like I said, I'll be on Periscope a lot this upcoming weekend, so be sure to follow me on Periscope and on Twitter at CohanLuke96. All the links for social media are in the description below. The Seahawks over the Vikings 21-7. It was 6-0 to begin the fourth quarter. The Vikings, they couldn't get anything going on offense the entire game. They ended up firing their offensive coordinator, John DeFilippo, on Tuesday after their performance on Monday night. The Seahawks scored, as I said, it was 6-0 there to begin the fourth. They scored early in the fourth and went for 2 because it was 12-0, their first 2-point conversion of the season, attempt of the season, and they converted. And so by that point it was 14-0. Then the Vikings got the ball back, a defensive touchdown, a scoop and score for about 25-30 yards, and it was 21-0. So the touchdown by Minnesota there late to make it 21-7 was just a garbage touchdown in garbage time. So the Seahawks over the Vikings this past week on Monday Night Football 21-7. This upcoming Monday night, however, as I said, the Saints will go to Charlotte to play the Carolina Panthers. Sunday night, we also got a good game. The Eagles will go out to Los Angeles to play the Rams at the Coliseum. But it all begins on Thursday Night Football with the Los Angeles Chargers and Kansas City Chiefs. I'll be on Periscope for this, so be sure to tune in. These teams actually met Week 1. Obviously, division rivals in the AFC West. The Chiefs won that game 38-28, and this was the start of what we are seeing now from Patrick Mahomes. He had 250 yards passing in that game along with 4 touchdowns, and I think we're going to be in for another great game on Thursday night this week between the Chargers and Chiefs. But the Chargers, they have not defeated Kansas City at home or on the road in Arrowhead since 2013. So get ready to hear a lot of the tomahawk chops that you hear with Florida State and with the Kansas City Chiefs this upcoming Thursday on Thursday Night Football, as I believe the Kansas City Chiefs will defeat the Los Angeles Chargers on Thursday night. The Texans and Jets and Browns and Broncos will both play on Saturday. Yes, this upcoming Saturday there's going to be 2 games, Texans and Jets, Browns and Broncos. And then next Saturday as well, the 22nd of December, there's also going to be 2 more NFL games, as the NFL will be competing with college football bowl games. So the Texans and Jets, the first game on Saturday at 4:30 on NFL Network. The Texans, I think they'll bounce back after losing to the Colts, snapping their 9-game winning streak, because they're going and playing the Jets, and the Jets, they flat out suck. Todd Bowles probably going to be coaching in his last couple games as the Jets head coach. The Browns, as I said, will go to Mile High then to play Denver. Toss up here with me. The winner will stay alive, though, in the AFC playoff race. And Cleveland, their only win on the road this year was in Cincinnati a couple weeks ago, because Andy Dalton went down with an injury, and Cincinnati really couldn't get anything going then on offense. And A.J. Green was out. He's out for the rest of the season. As I said there last week, Dalton's done. The Bengals season's basically done. I think the Browns season will be over as well after this Saturday night game in Denver against the Broncos, because Denver, a tough place to play, and with Cleveland only winning once on the road so far this season, I think Denver will defeat Cleveland on Saturday night. On Sunday then, for the Sunday afternoon games, and then Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, I'll get to here in a minute. The Titans and Jets will play. 2 teams playing really, really good football right now, if you ask me, and I don't know who to pick. I'll get back to this here at the end if I remember. So Titans and Giants, yeah, I'll get back to that here at the end of the show after I go over Monday Night Football. The Packers will go to Chicago to play the Bears. Teams actually met week 1 as well, as did the Chargers and Chiefs, as I said there a moment ago. And the Packers won that game because Aaron Rodgers did Aaron Rodgers. The Packers, I believe, were down 20-10, and Aaron Rodgers led the Packers to a come-from-behind win. I believe the final score is 24-23 on Sunday Night Football. But, however, that was week 1. And I know you can say what you want to say with the Chargers and Chiefs. The Chargers could, get revenge, as I think the Bears will get revenge on the Packers this week. But the Bears, especially on defense, they're playing very, very good. I expect a good game for Aaron Rodgers on Sunday against Chicago. He normally has a great game against the Bears, but the Bears defense, they've been playing really, really stout the past couple games. I know they lost to the Giants there a couple weeks ago, but they looked really, really good this past Sunday night against the Rams at home. As I said, the Bears defeated the Rams 15-6. But the Bears will win Sunday afternoon because they're playing at home and because of their defense. The Buccaneers and Ravens will meet in Baltimore. The Bucs haven't defeated the Ravens since 2002, and I'll get more into 2002 here in a minute with a couple other games here on Sunday afternoon. But Baltimore, they almost beat Kansas City on the road last week. They lost in overtime because of Patrick Mahomes. Tampa Bay, yeah, they've looked pretty good as well the past couple weeks, but I think their season's basically done. Yeah, they are 5-8. They're in the playoff hunt too a little bit, but I think they're out of it, and I think their season will be coming to an end with their 9th loss on Sunday, as I think they will lose to the Baltimore Ravens. The Oakland Raiders will go to Cincinnati to play the Cincinnati Bengals. Oakland hasn't won in Cincinnati since 1995, longer than I've been alive. But they found a way to win last week against Pittsburgh 24-21. Don't really want to talk about that. I think they'll find a way to win this Sunday once again against Cincinnati. Paul Guenther knows the Cincinnati offense. The current Raider defensive coordinator was the Bengals DC there under Marvin Lewis the past couple years. So Oakland over Cincinnati. Now I'll get into the year 2002. That seems like forever ago as well. The Dolphins and Vikings and Cowboys and Colts. The first game will be on Periscope for. That's going to be the game that's on at 1 o'clock on CBS here in my area. So Dolphins, Vikings, I'll be on Periscope for. And I'll go over all the games I'll be on Periscope for here at the end of the show, along with my prediction as well for Giants and Titans. Or hell, I'll go over that now. I'm going to pick the Giants over the Titans. Like I said, both teams are playing really, really good football right now. because I don't really know who to pick. Toss up, but Giants, they're playing at home. Give me Big Blue. But then Dolphins Vikings, they'll play in Minneapolis on Sunday afternoon. Dolphins, as I said, they had that crazy win versus New England there last week. Minnesota really didn't even show up in Monday Night Football in Seattle. That's why they fired their OC. John DeFilippo, he's currently out looking for a new job. This game is also a toss-up. Give me Miami, though, on the road. Or Minnesota has not defeated Miami since 2002, so that's the 0-2 there for you. Sooner rather than later, though, these losing streaks that the Vikings have versus certain teams, they'll be coming to an end, but not this weekend. I think the Dolphins, they'll win on the road, as I said. As I said there last week, the Vikings hadn't won in Seattle, and they still haven't won in Seattle since 2006. America's team, then, the Dallas Cowboys, will travel to the heartland of America to play the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts haven't defeated the Dallas Cowboys since 2002 either, so there's your 2002 stat for that. But Indianapolis, they're playing at home. I know Minnesota's playing at home too, so you can say what you want about that. But Indianapolis, they've been playing some damn good football as of late compared to the Vikings, except for the Jacksonville game a couple weeks ago, which they lost 6-0. But the Colts, they got to win this game to stay alive in the AFC playoff race. The Cowboys, they only have to win one of their next 3 games to clinch the NFC East. So I think they'll do that. I don't think it's going to be on Sunday, though. The Colts, as I said, they're playing at home. Give me Indianapolis and Andrew Luck over Dak Prescott and Dallas. New England will then come right here to the Steel City, to Pittsburgh. I'll be on Periscope for that as well. Must-win game as well for the Steelers, as they are now 7-5-1, losing 3 in a row there, as I said earlier, to the Broncos, Chargers, and Raiders. And with 4 7-6 teams in the AFC playoff hunt, like I said, Baltimore, Indianapolis, Tennessee, and Miami being those 4 7-6 teams behind them in the playoffs. And with Baltimore also being in the AFC North, if Pittsburgh loses to New England on Sunday, they're going to be up shit creek without a fucking paddle. And Pittsburgh, they then have to go to New Orleans then next week, so they got a tough stretch. Baltimore, they host Tampa Bay, as I said, on Sunday. I'm taking the Ravens in that, which I really shouldn't be, being a Steeler fan, but I'm trying to call things right down the middle like I normally try to do. But New England, like I said, they're coming off that loss as well to Miami. Crazy finish. To sum things up here, it's going to be a good game either way, and it's a rematch of the no catch game from this same weekend last year in December, the Steeler-Patriot game that ended in controversial fashion. Roethlisberger hit Jesse James. He reached across the goal line. Looked like a touchdown, looked like a catch, but they said no catch, and the Patriots ended up winning, got home field in the playoffs. Pittsburgh lost to Jacksonville in the divisional round. New England defeated Jacksonville in the AFC title game. New England lost to Philadelphia, their Pennsylvania team, on Super Bowl Sunday this past year. And on Sunday Night Football this weekend, the other Pennsylvania team, the Philadelphia Eagles, they go out west to play the Los Angeles Rams. But first, Pittsburgh and New England, I got to pick a winner of that. I got to take the Steelers. There's no way I'm going to pick the New England Patriots to defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday in my predictions. Now, New England, yeah, they might win the game. They'll probably win the game. But I just can't pick against Pittsburgh. If it comes down to me losing another game in my predictions this week, so be it. I'm still going to pick my team in the NFL that I represent and support, and that's the Pittsburgh Steelers. So give me Pittsburgh over New England. Now, New England, yeah, like I said, they're coming off that crazy back and forth game versus the Dolphins that they lost 34-33 that I went over there earlier. But with them coming off that loss, Bill Belichick will have his team ready. Tom Brady at quarterback, Rob Gronkowski at tight end, the whole committee at running backs that they have up there in Foxborough with Sony Michel, James White, Rex Burkhead. The whole entire Patriot defense will be ready to play, no doubt about that. But here we go, Steelers. Pittsburgh, I believe, being a Steeler fan, will defeat the New England Patriots on Sunday afternoon at 4:25 on CBS. And by the way, like I said, I'll be on Periscope for that. Thursday night, the game's on Saturday, the Dolphin-Viking game at 1 o'clock. And then on Monday Night Football, the Saints, Panthers, and then WWE TLC on Sunday night as well. So be sure to tune in on Periscope. Follow me on Twitter and Periscope at ColehandLuke96. But like I said, the other Pennsylvania team goes out west to play Los Angeles Rams. Carson Wentz reportedly not going to be playing in this game on Sunday night versus LA. He'll be sitting out due to back spasms, and he could be sitting out potentially the rest of the season as well, as the Eagles are somewhat out of it. They're 6-7 now after losing to Dallas in overtime on Sunday. So that means we'll get Nick Foles at quarterback. He'll be backed up by Nate Sudfeld, the former Indiana Hoosier. But the Rams, I think they'll bounce back after only putting up a total of 6 points this past Sunday night against the Bears. As I said, they had scored up to that point 30-plus points in every single game. So 2 weeks in a row as well, the Rams will be playing on Sunday Night Football. Really wasn't supposed to happen. The Bears game got flexed in because Oakland and Pittsburgh got moved out of that, flexed out of that because the Raiders are so bad this season. They have 3 wins now, but it looks like they're going in the right direction. Give them some time. Give old Chucky, John Gruden, some time. Reggie McKenzie, yeah, he was relieved of his duties as the GM of the Raiders, but the Raiders, they're going in the right direction. As I said, they defeated Pittsburgh last week. They, I think, will defeat Cincinnati on the road this week. And I also believe, like I said, the Rams will defeat the Eagles on Sunday Night Football. Then on Monday Night Football, the Saints, as I said, will go to Charlotte to play the Carolina Panthers. I'll be on Periscope once again for this. This game's going to be closer than what you think. The last couple meetings, they've been decided by 15 points or less. 2 high-powered offenses going at it. Drew Brees and company with New Orleans, Cam Newton and company with Carolina. Teams will meet again in 2 weeks, so really going to be a tune-up game, I guess you could say, for both these teams, just to get a look at their opponent. Carolina, they got to win to stay alive. They can't lose 6 in a row and expect to be 6-8 and in the playoff race. New Orleans, they'll win. They'll find a way to win, and they'll probably win again in 2 weeks. And Carolina, maybe one of the worst disasters, second half failures in all of football this season, maybe of all time. I'd have to go back and check on that, but like I said there earlier, this very well could be Riverboat Ron Rivera's last season in Carolina with the Panthers if Carolina doesn't win Monday night next week or in 2 weeks also versus New Orleans. But on Monday night, New Orleans will beat Carolina, I think. So my NFL Week 15 predictions are as follows. Thursday night, I have Kansas City over the Los Angeles Chargers. Saturday, Houston over the Jets, and Denver over Cleveland. Then on Sunday, the Giants, I think, will defeat the Titans. Bears over the Packers. Ravens over the Bucks. Raiders, I think, will defeat the Bengals on the road. Miami, I think, will go north to Minnesota and win. Indianapolis will stand their ground at home over Dallas. Pittsburgh, I believe, will win at home over New England. And then Sunday and Monday night, the Rams will defeat the Eagles and Saints will defeat the Panthers. So, as I said, those are my NFL Week 15 predictions. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to hit that subscribe button as well right here on YouTube if you have not done so already. And be sure to go check out the other 3 videos this week. College Football Coaching Carousel, WWE TLC predictions, and my 2018-19 College Football Bowl Game predictions. And like I said, if you have not done so already, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring and myself, ColehandLuke96, on social media. All the links are in the description below.